Hello and welcome back, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. I am doing a monthly reading for the month of August. There is a lot of astrological energy currently this month. We do have a full moon today. This is the Sturgeon moon, 1st of August. So that is happening today, and that moon is in Aquarius. We also have another full moon at the end of the month. That full moon is in Pisces. That is on the 30th of August. And those are both super moons, so make sure to check those out. And we also have a Mercury retrograde coming up on the 23rd of August. So planetary-wise, astrologically speaking, there's a lot of things going on this month. So I wanted to do a reading for all signs for the month of August and have a look at the energy that's going to be happening in the month of August. Just kind of give you guys some insight as to what the energy is going to be for you for this month. Remember, if you do want to stay up to date on new videos, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss any new videos that come out. Also, don't forget to like these videos. And make sure also to check the links below if you are interested in additional readings via personal readings or via membership readings. Those links are available below. So we're going to have a look first and see what we're dealing with as far as any main themes, any blocks or obstacles. Having a look also at the overall energy for you, and having taking an oracle card at the end to see any affirmative statement. So let's have a look at Aries first. Okay, Aries. So what I am seeing for you for the month of August, I am seeing that there is the possibility of some kind of block in planning or strategizing, or quite possibly moving forward with your next move, planning your next move. Aries, I do want to say that currently right now there's some kind of unknown, some kind of insecurity that you have. Insecurity is going to be the main theme this month. You're having some kind of doubts about planning or moving forward in some kind of situation. And I want to say that the doubts come from working together with other individuals. I want to say quite possibly there could be other people, there could be someone or other people in general that quite possibly you're having doubts about working with them. And I want to say the key is going to be the communication that you have with them and working together, planning with them to be able to get things done, to be able to work on things together. I want to say that right now there's a lot of information that you don't have yet. There's a lot of unknowns, and this is kind of creating some kind of fear, some kind of uncertainties, or insecurity about moving forward in general. So the key is going to be communicating directly, communicating openly with these people, with these individuals. This is kind of what the focus is going to be for the month of August. This could be with a relationship, communicating directly with your partner or with your spouse about any doubts or insecurities that you have, any fears that you have. Or this could be in a work situation, to be able to communicate clearly with the people that you're working with at work regarding any doubts or insecurities or any fears that you have regarding some kind of project, regarding some kind of strategy or some kind of plan that you're trying to execute or implement. So that overall is going to be any blocks or challenges that you have. Let's go ahead and see what the overall energy is going to be. And if we can see that. And so our overall energy is going to be our 9 of air. And this goes right along with our King of Swords, Aries. The overall energy letting you know to be open to possibilities, and that what you believe is going to create essentially your reality. So going back to our energy of direct communication, expressing your fears, expressing your uncertainties or insecurities about a certain situation, whether it's in a romantic relationship or a platonic relationship, or whether it's at work, we have to remember that what we believe is going to essentially create our world. It's going to create what we think. We have to have some kind of vision, we have to have some kind of focus, and we have to be open to possibilities. So open yourself up. Open yourself up via this way of communicating directly. Open yourself up. Don't be afraid to express your fears or express your doubts with these people. And let's go ahead and have a look. At what the oracle is telling us. Okay, and so Aries, this is going to be our Book of Shadows card experience. And so this is going to let you know that all experience is essentially worthwhile. All experience is going to benefit you. All experience is going to be helpful for you. And right now you are currently learning things on your life path. You're learning things that are going to help you to gain wisdom, that are going to help you to gain experience, that are going to teach you and guide you to explore yourself and to explore the possibilities within yourself. So again, Aries, going back here, the overall obstacle challenge is going to be this direct communication, directly communicating what fears you have, what doubts you have, possible insecurities that you have regarding something with this group of people or with a person in general. Allow yourself to be open to the possibilities. Allow yourself to open up and communicate clearly to these individuals, knowing that this is simply one path or one part of your life that is going to allow you to grow and allow you to gain experience and assimilate wisdom that's going to allow you growth. And Aries, that is your overall energy for the month of August. Let's go ahead and move on to Taurus. Okay, Taurus, so what I am seeing for you, I am seeing that there is going to be some kind of challenge trying to move away from a situation, break away from a situation. I do want to say that this is going to be the main obstacle. The theme is going to be leaving something behind, Quite possibly, I do want to say that this could be referring to some kind of situation where you are not necessarily getting along with somebody. This could be a partner. It could be somebody that you're working with. It could be romantic or platonic, but I feel that there's some kind of energy or some kind of situation where you've been fighting, where you've been arguing, where quite possibly you're not seeing eye to eye on a situation with somebody. I want to say that the overall energy is going to be such that it's going to be encouraging you to step away from that situation, step into some kind of new energy where you can rid yourself of these kind of emotions, where these lower emotions are residing. Try to move towards something more positive, move towards some kind of more positive energy, some kind of optimistic energy. If you have to literally put your foot down in some kind of situation, get some kind of boundaries around you. Get some kind of boundaries. If it is this energy saying that you're going to be stepping away from the situation, you're going to be walking away from a situation in general, make sure that those boundaries are clear. Make sure that you're setting these boundaries and you don't budge from these boundaries. If you tell somebody this is how it's going to be, this is what's going to happen, Taurus, make sure you are being integral with this. Make sure you stick to your word. Make sure that you stick to the boundaries that you're establishing and stay firm with your decision to walk away from a situation. Keep your eye on something more positive. Move towards some kind of positive energy in general. overall energy that we can see for you, Taurus. So overall energy is going to be the crone. Okay, so the crone is reminding us to do what is going to be necessary. Do what is not what's expected necessarily, but do what is needed. Do what you need to do. And this ties in with our energy that says to walk away from some kind of situation that's causing you distress, Taurus. If you're distressed, walk away. Move towards something more positive. Do what is necessary in this situation. Sometimes we need to be a little bit aggressive. We need to fight back sometimes. Sometimes we need to put down our boundaries. We need to establish our boundaries. If we're being tossed around like rag dolls with other individuals, for example, we need to be firm. We need to set our boundaries. We need to sometimes walk away and move towards a more positive situation. Crone is reminding us to fight back and essentially establish these boundaries. Do what is needed, not what is expected from others. So maybe this person or individual is expecting that you're going to stay there and you're going to take it, to take whatever kind of arguments or abuse is in the relationship in general. But sometimes we need to be direct, and we need to tell people, you know, this is what's happening. This is what I need to do. I'm walking away from the situation. I'm not going to take this anymore. And let's go ahead and check our oracle for our affirming statement. Okay, so this is our cauldron here, Taurus. So this is exactly meaning that what we put in the pot is exactly what we're going to get out of the pot. Essentially, what we reap, we sow. So we have to remember that the energy that we're putting into a situation is the energy that we're going to get out of a situation. If we're in a situation where we're kind of being taken advantage of, people are taking advantage of us, people are kind of abusing us, we are essentially promoting this kind of energy. Then if we're in that situation, that's the energy that we're putting in, that we are a victim, that we're helpless. That is what we're going to culminate essentially. So Taurus, be a fighter, be firm, put up your boundaries, do what is needed to be done, do what you need to do, and don't do things because people are expecting that you do those things. Try to walk away from a situation, walk away from this kind of more argumentative energy, move towards something more positive, and remember that essentially what you put in your pot is what you're going to get out of your pot. Essentially, what you reap, you sow. So the kind of energy that you put out to the world is the kind of energy that you're going to get back. So create what it is that you want. Put into your pot what kind of energy you want to get out of it. Just like, you know, whatever we make in the kitchen, the ingredients that we put in is going, that dish that we prepare is going to be a result of the ingredients that we put into it. So make sure that you're filling your life with positive things, with more happy things. Make sure that if this is the life you want, if this is the life that you want to create, then move towards that versus moving towards something more destructive and argumentative and darker energy. If you want a more positive life, start moving towards that and leave the things behind that no longer serve you, Taurus. And that is your overall energy for the month of August. Let's go ahead and move on to Gemini. Okay, Gemini, so I do want to say your challenge is going to be some kind of communication. I feel like you're in some kind of situation right now that the highlight is going to be some kind of decision that you need to make, some kind of choice that you need to make. I feel overall the month of August is going to be, it could be somewhat tired, a lot of tiredness, or bringing you some kind of fatigue this month, because I feel like the highlight is going to be on some kind of decision that you need to make, quite possibly regarding how to communicate some kind of desire or some kind of wish. And I want to say that it could have to do, Gemini, with a relationship and with how you are physically with this person. I feel like there's some kind of choice that needs to be made about how you're discussing or how you're communicating your desire to be with this person physically. Because I am seeing our devil here as physical pleasures. So I feel like this is something that you're focused on. I feel this is something that you want to possibly move forward. I feel like this has to do with a relationship, a romantic relationship. Because I do want to say that there's an interest here to be with somebody physically, in a physical sense, and to indulge in some physical pleasures with this person. And I want to say right now there's some kind of choice or some kind of decision, quite possibly, that's holding you back from communicating your desire to want to be with this individual, Gemini. I want to say overall, the best plan of attack is going to be communicating directly. If you want to be with somebody physically, just communicate to them that you do want to be with them in a physical way. If this is a person that you like, communication, direct communication is sometimes the best way to deal with it, instead of trying to beat around the bush and try to throw out hints that they might not possibly understand. Sometimes when we try to walk around the situation, people don't understand what we're trying to get at. Sometimes we have no choice but to communicate directly. If you want to be with somebody physically, just let them know, hey, I like you. I think we should move to the next level. I think we should have a physical relationship together. And sometimes that is the best way to handle these kind of situations. Overall energy is going to be the Nine of Air. The Nine of Air is reminding us to be open to these possibilities. So if the question is essentially how to communicate with this person, how to communicate with this individual, know that there's other ways that you can go about communicating with them in a direct way. It doesn't necessarily have to be a blunt statement like, hey, we should do this. Sometimes things can be communicated in a different way, in a more creative way. Sometimes we can share what we're thinking with people in a way that puts them at ease a little bit, in a way that's direct, but not so direct that they're scared off. Know that there are different possibilities to communicate with somebody. And know that if this is what you want, if you do want to be with this individual, remember that what it is that you're thinking is essentially going to create what it is that you get. So what you think, essentially what you think and what you believe is going to create your reality in general. Let's see our overall affirming statement here with our oracle. Okay, Gemini. So our cone of power is essentially the key to energy. So I do want to say this is an energetic moment. It's a time of energy. This has to do with, in yoga, this has to do with Manipura chakra or the solar plexus chakra. This is the seat of our energy. Essentially, this is saying that your energy is focused and it's activated to bring you towards something. And I do want to say, Gemini, this is going with our devil here because I feel like there is a lot of desire. There's a lot of physical desire here. And I do want to say physical desire, the physical body is also connected to that solar plexus chakra. Make sure that if you are communicating with this person, communicate in a direct way about what you would like, what you are desiring, possibly even what you're lusting after, because I do feel a surge of energy here. But communicate in a way that is open and that is honest, and that is quite possibly a more creative way of communicating, so as to not necessarily scare somebody away, but to communicate directly with them, expressing your needs, expressing your desires, but in a more creative way, knowing that what it is that you want, you can manifest that, you can get that. That is our cone of power, that is our seat of energy, Gemini. And that is your overall energy for the month of August. Let's move on to Cancer. So Cancer, I do feel your main theme is going to have to make some kind of decision that you're hesitating on making right now. You're hesitating on moving forward with something because there is some darker energy surrounding whatever this is. This could be a person, this could be a place, this could be a situation. However, I feel that you're paranoid about some kind of situation. I feel that you have to make a decision regarding this, and you are not wanting to make the decision. I feel you're kind of in decision fatigue right now. You've been thinking about it, you've been debating on what you should do, and you're kind of at this point where you're kind of stuck right now. This is going to be your overall theme for August, Cancer. I feel like you don't want to make the decision. I feel like you're kind of hesitating and waiting to see what happens, but this is regarding some kind of possible negative situation. I do want to say this could be negative individuals. This could be a work type situation that you don't want to get involved in. This could be friends that you don't want to be involved with, or quite possibly family members that you don't want to be involved with. But I feel like you have to make some kind of decision regarding some situation that is not very pleasant, not very nice, not something that you want to be part of, Cancer. I feel you're kind of looking down on this situation. You're kind of seeing this situation in a very negative way. You're very judgmental of this situation. You're judging this situation. You know it's negative, but I feel like you have to make some kind of decision if you want to move forward in this kind of situation or not, Cancer. Let's go ahead and see what overall energy is telling us. Okay, Cancer. So I am seeing our Union card here. So I feel like the situation in general that you're kind of paranoid about has to do with quite possibly somebody. Because I feel that this could have something to do with union. This could have something to do with a partnership. So I do want to say in general, Cancer, I feel like you're being paranoid of somebody, of some situation where you have to partner up with somebody, where you have to work with somebody, where you have to work together with somebody. This could be a marriage. This could be possibly your spouse. This could also be the shadow side of yourself. Sometimes our Union card can also indicate the unity of both sides of ourselves, essentially our light and our shadow self. And sometimes the devil can also refer to that shadow side of ourselves, that part of ourselves that we would like to entertain, that we would like to delve deeper into. However, because of societal norms, we avoid addressing this side of ourselves. We avoid giving in to that part of ourselves, that part of our lusting after things, our physical pleasures. we avoid this at all costs because society deems it as a sin, for example. And sometimes our union card can indicate that we want, that we should integrate that other side of ourselves because that is part of who we are. That is part of who we are. And I feel like quite possibly this is the decision that you have to make. You may have some desires, some physical desires that need addressing, possibly desires of the flesh or desires for food or desires in general that you're afraid of, that you're not wanting to entertain. However, a union card is our overall energy here telling us that that's okay. If we have these kind of desires, we can entertain them. We should entertain them. That is part of who we are. We shouldn't be afraid to assimilate that part of ourselves into us. This is a complete union. This is essentially unity and wholeness here. So this is going to be an integration of that part of ourselves that we may not necessarily want to address or want to be part of. However, it is part of us nonetheless. Integration is what is going to make us whole, essentially. And so let's see what Oracle tells us, our affirming statement. Okay, Cancer. So I am seeing growth here in our green man. And this is essentially indicating root chakra energy. This is indicating that it is okay if we have these desires to integrate it within ourselves, go within ourselves. Let it be a part of us because that is who we are. Acceptance. Acceptance is going to be natural. Integrating it is going to help us to grow. It is going to help us be that full individual that we are. We can't deny that we do have desires or pleasures that need to be filled every now and again. We can't deny that in general as a human. We are of the flesh, and sometimes we have those desires of the flesh. And our green man is indicative of root chakra energy, that base energy that keeps us grounded, but also that primitive energy that allows us to grow by integrating, by recognizing that we have these needs, we have these desires that essentially is going to help us grow. And so that is the overall energy for you for the month of August, Cancer. Let's have a look at Leo. So Leo, I am feeling overall, I do want to say a highlight is going to be somebody this month. There's going to be a highlight on some individual this month. This could be an individual that's pretty well off, has a lot of money. I feel like you're looking at this person. Leo, I kind of feel like you're after some money. The key word gold digger is coming up here right now. Leo, I do feel like your challenging energy overall is going to be with this individual, and remembering that there's more aspects to life in general than just the material aspect. I do feel that there is going to be some kind of focus needed on some kind of emotional fulfillment as well, Leo. We can have material fulfillment to a certain point. However, material fulfillment is going to be a very superficial part of life. There is going to be an emotional component as well. And I feel, Leo, that part of your energy should be also focused on some kind of emotional fulfillment. I do feel like you are overall very enthralled by this individual. You're very much into this individual, especially for the fact that they have a lot of material goods. They have a lot of money. They are doing very well economically or financially. But I do feel like part of your emotional side needs to be addressed here, Leo, for the month of August. Let's go ahead and see what our overall energy is. Okay, Leo, so I am seeing our card of intuition here. So I do want to say connect with your intuition on this one. I do feel that quite possibly with this individual to watch and observe and quite possibly wait to see what happens with this individual. Like I said, you may be enthralled with this individual right now, but wait and see quite possibly if they can provide this kind of sense of emotional fulfillment to you. Because I feel, Leo, in general, I feel like you will be wanting something more. I feel like emotional fulfillment is also part of what you're looking for. I do want to say, trust your intuition with this situation. Listen to your intuition, trust your intuition. Wait and see how this person is going to be. If you are going after this individual right now because of their money, for their money, wait and see how it's going to work out. Wait and see if there is going to be that emotional component, because the emotional component is also going to be what is going to make you whole. Wait and see, and then do what feels best overall. If it does feel okay to move forward with this person on a more superficial level, then trust your intuition on that one in general. If you're feeling that there is some kind of lack of emotions in general, then trust your intuition on that as well. Wait and see, trust your intuition in general with this person. And let's see what our Oracle is telling us. So our Oracle is also telling us insight. So this is essentially going to tell us to use your intuition. This is associated with third eye chakra energy, which is our insight. This is intuition. This is also using our intuition to see possible illusions, to see something that may not be real. Even if you are going after this person, the illusion of somebody that is good and great and financially well off and has all this money, this could be illusory in the sense that this is only one aspect of life in general, which goes back to our Ace of Cups, that emotional fulfillment that is also going to be needed or also required in any kind of relationship, Leo. So use your intuition on this one. Don't get caught up in the superficial side. Don't get caught up in just the physical aspect of a relationship. Use your intuition and see beyond the material. See beyond what could be possibly illusory. See beyond just one aspect of a relationship and try to delve into the more emotional side. Ace of Cups also connected with our intuition. Try to connect it to that other side of who you are, Leo, to have a complete experience moving forward with any kind of relationship, Leo. And that is your energy overall for the month of August. Let's go ahead and move on to Virgo. So Virgo, I do see a lot happening this month regarding finances. I do want to say the month of August is going to be focused on money, focused on finances, focused on doing something practical or being more practical or being more down to earth. Virgo, that is your natural energy. I do want to say the overall challenge is trying to start something new. I feel like you're trying to move forward with something. This could be a person, this could be a project, this could have something to do with work, but I feel like overall the energy is such that I feel like a new a new way of doing things is going to be needed. I feel like a more hands-on approach to something is going to be needed. And I do want to say this could also have something to do with the budget. I do want to say watching your finances this month is going to be relevant for you, because I do feel that there could be some possibility of overspending, possibly a loss of money in general. This could have to do with something with work, if you're working less hours, or if you have recently changed jobs or are thinking of changing jobs in the month of August. I do feel like there is going to have to be some kind of attention that's paid to work in general, because I am feeling some kind of loss, some kind of possible loss. I'm feeling like this should be a main focus here for this month, is to watch your money in general, not do any overspending, not spend carelessly. And I feel like having some kind of new way of dealing with money could be important, could be beneficial for you this month. Let's see our overall energy. And so I'm showing our integrity card, Virgo. I do want to quite possibly say that this could actually have something to do with the integrity that you have here, could have to do with the money that you're spending. And I'm seeing this as a very grounding, you have a lot of earth energy. I feel like this could have something to do with quite possibly spending money in ways that may not necessarily be positive ways of spending money. This could actually be connected to where some of your losses may be this month, Virgo. When we have our card of integrity, we want to do things in an honest way. We want to do them with honor, with good principles, essentially. We want to do things in an honest way, that we're not cheating others, that we're not betraying others, that we're not talking behind people's backs. We want to do things in a way that we can maintain our reputation. So Virgo, I do want to say there is this possibility of losses of finances, especially if you're entertaining doing things in a way that is not so honest, in a way that is not so integral. And this could have to do with work. This could have to do with some kind of work situation. There could be some kind of situation that comes up that that you're debating if you want to do it to make more money, for example. Question yourself and make sure, are you doing things on the up and up? So let's go ahead and check our oracle. So this is our card of attraction, essentially, Virgo. This is the card that is saying energy is coming to you, essentially. You are attracting energies to you. So what is it that you want to attract, essentially? Do you want to attract more negative energy around you, or do you want to attract something more honest, something more integral, something more positive in a work situation? What is it that you're attracting? Sometimes this has to do also with change. This could be a change in how we're dealing with our energy in general. And this is kind of a forewarning that reminds us that energy moves in a circular motion. And so remembering essentially that what comes around goes around. As energy moves, there are going to be opportunities, again, for you to be honest and be integral, and for you to attract what it is that you want in a more integral way, in a more honest way in general, Virgo. So that is your energy overall for the month of August. Let's move on to Libra. Libra, I feel like your main focus for this month, especially our month with 2 full moons, I do feel that there is going to be a high concentration of energy for you this month. I feel like you're going to be very introspective and very in tune with your emotions this month. I feel like social events are going to be somewhat challenging for you this month in general, because I do feel like your energy is of such that you prefer to stay on your own this month. You prefer to be by yourself. You prefer to be a little bit more of an introvert this month. I do feel like your focus is going to be on trying to get out of social situations, trying to leave some kind of social situations behind. I do want to say that you're feeling very emotional, very intuitive this month. I want to say overall, I feel like it's going to be a very busy month. I feel like there's going to be a lot of opportunity for social interaction. And I feel that what you should focus on is really trying to get out of those situations if you can, especially if these are situations that do not require that you are necessarily there, Libra. If there's not a reason that you need to be there, if there's not a reason that you need to participate in these events, Libra, I would say try to move away from those situations if you can. Don't necessarily entertain these situations, especially if they are simple get-togethers with friends or families that may not have any purpose. They may not have any significance. They may be simple get-togethers where people are just getting together just for the sake of getting together. However, Libra, I want to say that for this month, to go ahead and entertain that more introspective energy that you have. Try to get away from any social situations if you can, or not participate them, especially if they're not of any grand importance. Let's see what overall energy is. Okay, so I am seeing our 11 of water. Our 11 of water is going to let us know to address any unhealthy balances. And I do want to say, Libra, this could go with this energy here. This goes with this energy in the sense that even these get-togethers, even if they seem innocent, this could actually be unhealthy for you. And this, hence the reason you may be wanting to seek solitude this month, may be wanting to wait and see how things go and just be an observer this month, not necessarily partake in anything. This is going to remind us to seek out situations that are healthy for us, to seek out situations that are healthy for us, to release any emotions that no longer serve us. And this could also be part of this energy here, Libra, that is reminding us to abandon those situations that no longer serve us. Abandon situations, abandon emotions, abandoning the things that no longer serve us as we seek out our own path, as we seek out our own wisdom. In general, Libra. So let's go ahead and have a look at our oracle. So the lady is also is telling us essentially that everything that you have right now is already there, is already present. It's already there what you need. So you ask yourself, Libra, do you need these social situations? You may be tempted to want to participate, but do you need them right now? Do you need to participate in them? If it is not necessary that you are there, seek solitude. Try to get out of those situations. Try to balance yourself emotionally. Try to let go of the situations or emotions that you don't need anymore. And remember that everything that you have right now is essentially already there. Everything that you are wanting, everything that you need is already there within you. Our Lady also does represent the High Priestess. So we have double energy here of High Priestess this month of August for you, Libra. And this could also be a very influential month based on the 2 full moons that we have, giving you deeper insights, deeper wisdom, more contemplation and introspection in general for you this month, Libra. So let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio. So Scorpio, what I'm seeing for you for August, I feel like there's some kind of situation here. The focus is some kind of family situation. And I feel right now that there's going to be some kind of challenge required for you to almost break out of this situation. I feel like quite possibly there could be a lot of ties. There could be a lot of connections or ties to the family in general. And I want to say, Scorpio, I feel like this is going to be some kind of challenge, some kind of question about your independence in general. I feel like there's going to be something going on here with some kind of new beginning, something having to do with standing on your own ground. If you are currently living at home, for example, Scorpio, I would say that the month of August could be the right time to move out of the home situation, to move out of your family's home, to get into a situation where you are creating your own independence and to essentially start something new. Scorpio, I am feeling like even though the family structure may be stable, it may be solid, it may be very positive in a lot of different times, I feel that starting something new and getting out on your own right now could be extremely beneficial. Okay, so I am seeing this card of our 10 of air, Scorpio, and this is the card of our air is a very independent energy. I do want to say this is the card of independence in general, which does go along with our Queen of Pentacles and our Fool, essentially stating to kind of break out of this family structure, break out of the family structure in general, as we can see from our 10 of air. This is almost the card of independence, being more independent, being more, walking your own path, essentially. And this comes together also with our Fool card, walking your own path, starting something new, essentially leaving home. If we take this literally, I do feel like the overall energy for this month for you, Scorpio, is going to be leaving home. If you are still in that family situation, it's time for you to break out. It's time for you to be more independent. It's time for you to begin something new. It's time for you to move into your own path, walk towards your own path, essentially is what I'm seeing for you, Scorpio. Time to be more independent and stand on your own 2 feet is essentially what I'm seeing. And let's see what our Oracle card says. Okay, and we do have Aradia here. So this is a card that essentially is letting us know to kind of walk our own path, take our own path, be independent, which does go with our other cards here this week, this month. And essentially it is the card that is affirming that you are able to do it. Scorpio, you are able to start something new. You are able to break away. If you are moving out of your home, of your family home, of a family home, you are able to step into that energy and create something new for yourself. Essentially to walk your own path. Believe in yourself that you can do it. Believe in yourself and know that you have the power within you to be able to walk your own path, to be able to start what it is that you want to start, and to be able to move towards that life that you want to create for yourself, essentially, Scorpio. So that is the overall energy that I'm seeing for you for the month of August. Let's move on to Sagittarius. So Sagittarius, I'm feeling like the focus is actually going to be trying to break out of some kind of possibly a relationship in general. I'm feeling that right now there's an energy that you should focus on kind of being on your own. And not necessarily if you are currently, for example, in a relationship, you don't necessarily have to leave that relationship, but the focus is going to be on something having to do with being on your own, spending time alone, essentially, so we can still be in a relationship, in a partnership, but have our own space. I feel that quite possibly there may be something that you're trying to accomplish, that you're trying to work towards, some kind of goal that you're moving towards right now. And I feel the challenge is going to be relationships in general. This could be with a partner. However, this could be any relationship with anybody. This could be relationships that you have with other people. So this could be commitments that you have with other people. This could be obligations that you have towards other people. But I feel right now, Sagittarius, that the energy is going to be such that you should move towards doing something on your own, working towards a goal that's going to require some kind of your own space. I feel like the message overall is going to be finding your own space, finding that place that you are comfortable in, finding where it is that you feel comfortable and where you feel that you can possibly work best, essentially, Sagittarius. Let's have a look at your overall energy. Okay, so overall energy is going to be our 9 of Earth. And so our 9 of Earth is going to emphasize health in general. This can be health. This can also be generosity. As we see this young woman giving something, this is also going to be giving something, giving aid, giving help, giving something. I do feel in this period, Sagittarius, that it is going to be beneficial for you to also take care of yourself. To take care of yourself, to give towards yourself, be generous with yourself. I feel like these cards are going hand in hand right now in the sense that you don't necessarily always have to give to other people. I feel like your overall objective this month is going to be moving towards something that quite possibly you can give yourself or nourish yourself with. Sometimes this has to do with any health concerns as well. So I almost feel like a nurturing of yourself, providing some kind of nourishment and healing with yourself. And that is going to be with providing this kind of space that you have to quite possibly be on your own, be alone for a little while. Even if you are in a relationship, try to create some kind of space in general where you can spend time to rebalance essentially your mind, body, and spirit. Let's check our oracle. And so this is going to be our card of retreat. It's essentially going to emphasize this energy of trying to spend time on your own. This is essentially a card of rebirth and rebirthing in the sense that we need to spend time by ourselves to essentially come out anew or come out renewed. So if we take this energy with what we're trying to do, I feel, Sagittarius, like you're trying to work towards something. You may have to give yourself some kind of nourishment, give yourself some kind of alone time, essentially go into hiding literally for a while you move towards your objective or goal, and essentially withdraw from any action. Withdraw, especially if you are in a relationship, if you're dealing with other relationships with other people. I want to say almost withdraw from social interaction for a little while. Spend some time on your own so you can accomplish what it is that you need to accomplish. Give nourishment to yourself. Withdraw from any kind of social interactions for this month. Spend time alone so you can do what it is that you need to do for the month of August, Sagittarius. So let's go ahead and move on to Capricorn. So Capricorn, I feel like an overall challenge is going to be to move towards something new or start something new in general. I feel like there's some conflictual energy this month. I feel like your main focus is going to be on working with people, working together in people that may be a little bit of a competition. So I do want to say this could quite possibly be in a work type situation, but I almost want to say that the highlight is going to be on dealing with some kind of competition, some kind of working together with people in a healthy way. This is going to be key, Capricorn. I do want to say healthy competition is going to be key. And overall, I want to say that this is going to be a new way of doing things that you're used to doing. I want to say this could be with a relationship. I do want to say that if it's involving a relationship for you for this month, Capricorn, the energy is going to be to work together with that individual, work together in a healthy way with this individual, even though it may be a new way for you to do things. You may not be used to necessarily working together with somebody, preferring to maintain your independence. However, I do want to say that the focus is going to be on overcoming some kind of challenges or some kind of darker energies by seeing things in a new light almost. I'm feeling like right now, I do want to say that there's some kind of message coming through with some kind of highlight on relationships. So I feel like right now there could be a possible situation that has been upsetting. It may be a little bit of a darker energy. It may be upsetting. It may be traumatic. I do want to say that there's going to be some kind of need for you to work together with your partner to be able to see things in a more positive light. Because I am feeling like there is a little bit of darker energy here that is surrounding you. And I do want to say, if you can focus on something more positive together with your partner, I want to say that this is going to be a highlight here of working with somebody, working with your partner. If this is a work situation, I do want to say that the overall concentration is going to be to seeing things in a more positive way with this group of people, Capricorn. I am seeing that there's going to be some kind of new way of seeing things, or to focus in general on the more positive aspects on what's going on. I do want to say that this darker energy, this more challenging energy, is going to be a little bit more prevalent this month of August for you, Capricorn. So I do want to say that it is going to be beneficial to try to work together with these individuals, or this individual if it's a partner, and try to start by seeing something new, something more positive. Overall energy is going to be our 10 of fire. And so this is going to indicate to essentially just do it. This is going to be the overall energy here for the month, is to just do it. Coming back to our messages here, if we're looking at our card, to just do it, just get out there, just do it. This is the card that essentially is telling us to take responsibility for our actions, to take responsibility for how we act, to take responsibility for what we do. And essentially doing is going to be the highlight of this card. So if we come back to these energies here, our focus is going to be on focusing on something more positive, focusing on the positive aspect where we work together with somebody to be able to do it. So there's not going to be any excuses why we shouldn't be doing this. There should be no excuses why we shouldn't be focusing on what's more positive. We just have to set our mind to the fact that we're going to start by focusing on more positive things instead of sitting in this kind of more negative energy here at Capricorn. That's going to be the overall energy. Just do it instead of thinking about doing it, or thinking about if we want to focus on a better life or a better situation, overcoming some kind of traumatic situation, instead of living in this traumatic kind of energy or this depressing kind of energy. As our Page of Wands goes with our 10 of fire, it's the energy that says, just start thinking about something more positive. Focus on what you have instead of focusing on what you don't have. And our crystal ball is going to show us that essentially what we want, we create. So if we have an idea of where we're going, of what we want, we're going to be able to accomplish exactly that. So if it is what we want, if we want to live in this energy, we're going to create that kind of energy. We're going to create that kind of life. But if we want to focus on something more positive, if we want to work with people instead of against people, then we can create that kind of life. Essentially, we need to see things for how they are, see the reality of the situation, and see that a lot of what we're living in is sometimes just emotional energy. Focus on what we have, focus on what we want, go towards what we want, focus on something more positive if that's what we want, because essentially we're creating what it is that we think about. We're creating essentially what it is that we think about it and what it is that we want. Capricorn. So that is your overall energy for the month of August. Let's have a look at Aquarius. So Aquarius, your focus is going to be on more independence this month. I do want to say there's going to be a theme overall of wanting to be more independent. And I want to say some challenge could have to do with some kind of communication regarding some kind of situation, regarding something of either giving or receiving. I do want to say this could be a financial, this could be monetary, this could be some kind of material goods. This could also be the giving and receiving of emotions or love. Also Aquarius, but I do want to say that the focus is going to be on communicating this this need to give or receive. And I want to say that the main focus is going to be being independent. So there could be some kind of situation where somebody needs something, quite possibly. And I do want to say if you are remaining independent in this situation, communicate this to this person or this group of people or this individual. Communicate to this individual if you have no desire to assist them. Sometimes people come to us for aid, but they may not necessarily need our assistance, especially people that this may be a situation where you're lending money to somebody. You could be giving your time or energy to somebody, which may be taking advantage of the situation. Sometimes we have these situations where people are borrowing money from us that they never pay us back, for example, or they're asking us to do things for them, and they are quite capable of doing it for themselves. Aquarius, and I almost feel like this situation this month is going to require you to stay a little bit independent, and if you have no desire to give to somebody, or you have no desire to receive from somebody, to communicate this directly, to be direct about how you're dealing with this person. If you don't want to borrow them money, simply tell them no. Sometimes there is no other way that we can say no except for saying no in a situation. Let's check your overall energy. Okay, so I am seeing the Six of Earth here, Aquarius, and this is, helping for the right reasons. So if we come back to our cards here, we come back to our original 3 cards of the energy for the month of August, we can say, sometimes it is helping for the right reason. So if you're staying independent and, directly communicating to somebody, if you want to give or receive, if you want to help them or not, what questions, what we have to address the situation here. Are you helping them for the right reasons? Because Aquarius, the overall energy is saying to remain independent in this situation. So somebody may be coming to you for help, for assistance, but are you helping for the right reasons? Is it going to serve them? Is it going to be better for them in the long run? You know, we do want to help our family, we want to help our friends, we want to give support, but are we doing it for the right reasons? Are they becoming too codependent on us, essentially? Because once they get to that point of codependency, this is a dangerous situation because these people are not necessarily able to help themselves anymore. So Aquarius, make sure if this is the situation, maintain your independence here. And communicate directly to them and know, you know, if it has to do with family or friends wanting to help, even if it feels like it's your responsibility to help this person, you know, make sure that you're helping them for the right reasons. Are you creating a state of codependency? Because I do feel like something has to be directly communicated here, and I do feel like you have to maintain a little bit of independence in this situation, Aquarius. Let's go check our oracle card, our affirming statement here. Okay, so our patterns, our spider is telling us essentially that there are patterns sometimes that we create. Sometimes we create these patterns on our own. Sometimes we have these patterns based on our family situations. Sometimes these patterns continue to perpetuate themselves based on the actions that we take. So is this, for this month of August, Aquarius, the overall theme is, you know, is this some kind of pattern in your life that you're dealing with, continuing to support somebody or give somebody aid, somebody that may be becoming too codependent, for example? Is this some kind of pattern that's continuing to repeat itself? Because if so, how do you break out of this? How can you break out of this? One way is to start to communicate directly with this individual and to kind of break these cycles, break these patterns, create that kind of life that you want, essentially. And if you feel that you're in a situation where somebody is dependent on you, codependent actually, in an unhealthy way, communicate with them directly. You know, if they're asking money or asking more time, simply say no to this individual. If you are helping them, make sure you're helping them for the right reasons. And if there is some kind of pattern of codependency, try to break this cycle, essentially, is going to be your theme for the month of August, Aquarius. And let's move on to Pisces. So Pisces, I really feel like there is going to be a main theme of money or finances for you the month of August. I feel like this is going to be a major concern, and this could have to do with fighting against somebody. This could be some kind of financial issue that you're currently having in a partnership. I feel like quite possibly there could be some kind of arguments or some kind of fights regarding money in general for the month of August. I feel like you may be in a position that you have to ask for money. You may be having to ask for a loan from somebody. You may be needing to ask for help from somebody. And I feel like the overall challenge is going to be quite possibly, if you're in a partnership, it could be fighting with this other person as to if you should get more loans, if you should take more money out. This could be some kind of argument with your partner regarding finances, if you should take seek financial help, essentially, because I feel like there is some kind of challenge here. Somebody's arguing with you regarding doing this. So there may be a loss of money here in general where you feel like you need more money. However, your partner is kind of, they may be putting their foot down, discouraging you from taking out more money, for example. I feel there is going to be some conflict regarding this. I feel like somebody may be going against you regarding this. They may be putting their foot down regarding this. This could also be your partner that is contributing to some kind of financial loss, that is seeking to gain some kind of financial aid from from some kind of source, and you may be the one putting your foot down, putting some kind of boundaries down regarding this situation. Pisces, let's have a look at the overall energy regarding this situation this month. Okay, and we do have our sixth of earth. Our sixth of earth is essentially telling us that there is going to be some kind of responsibility towards other individuals, especially individuals in our family. I do want to say this is the card that is indicative of helping, of giving, but we have to make sure that we're doing it for the right reasons. Are we giving because we want to give, or are we giving because we have to give? And this could have to do quite possibly with you seeking financial help, or if your partner is seeking some kind of financial help. If it is your partner that has occurred some kind of loss, and if they are the ones seeking help, some of this challenging energy may be having to put your foot down regarding the situation, which could be indicative of the fact that this is part of the responsibility that is shared between two individuals. Some of this challenging energy may be fighting, maybe wanting to go against, but as a couple, you both have the responsibility towards your finances. It's not one person or the other. If you are in a current relationship, it is both of your responsibility to deal with the finances, to deal with the money. If there's losses occurred because some other person lost money, or maybe lost a job, or had some kind of unfortunate situation, it is the responsibility of both people in that situation, in that family structure, in that relationship in general. So sometimes our six of earth can be indicative of responsibility in general towards the family. So the challenging energy is saying, put your foot down on something. However, do take responsibility in this kind of situation as well. If it is your partner that has lost the money, step up to the plate, take some kind of responsibility for the situation. A loan may be very well the solution that is needed, or there may need to be some kind of redoing of the budget or redoing of some financial plan. But I feel like the highlight this month is going to have to do with some kind of money, possible job loss, some kind of financial losses in general, and really focusing in on saying that something important is going to need some kind of attention, essentially. So something important needs to be highlighted here. The highlight of the month is going to be some kind of challenging energy regarding fighting about money in general. However, it is going to be both yours responsibility. If you are a couple, if you're living together, if you're dealing with the finances together, it is going to require both of you to address the situation. And Our Lady comes up, which is our High Priestess, essentially. Lady is representative of the High Priestess here, essentially saying that everything that you need is currently already here. It's already present. So if there is some kind of struggle, if there is some kind of battle with finances, part of this responsibility, some of the attention that we need to bring to the situation in general, is saying that this may not be needed right now. There may not be a need for additional funds or additional money. The Lady is telling us that everything that you currently need is already there. However, if there is the possibility that this money comes in with some kind of ease, with some kind of flow, requiring little energy, essentially look for the signs overall, look for the messages overall, and see if that feels right, if that feels like something that should be received. Sometimes we have to watch and wait to see how the situation develops before we take any action at all. And sometimes we have to observe and kind of look to see what other resources we have available to us. As we can see in our Lady card, there are several different resources surrounding her that she does have access to. She just has to reach out and remember that she does have access to all these different kind of resources. So sometimes we have to be a little bit resourceful in this situation. We have to be resourceful, and we have to know that sometimes things may come in other ways, fighting against this kind of challenging energy of wanting to fight, wanting to argue, but instead trying to work together in general in the situation. And that is going to be, for you Pisces, the overall energy for the month of August. I am doing additional readings for anyone who'd like more messages during the week. And to get access to these additional readings for the monthly membership, the link is below. And in addition to that, if you do need personal readings, then you can contact me via the links below. Do let me know if you have questions or comments. If you like this material, subscribe, and have a good week.